Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Discussing pimps in the pulpit.
Sometimes the households, what the pastor says has more credibility than the person that you're in the trenches with every single day. And I don't think that's correct. Or, like when somebody hits their mate with, the pastor said this, the pastor said this, also when that, you're hearing all that.
But you ain't hear it every day.
Yeah, but you don't, well, honey, are you married to the pastor? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not saying that there are not some valid points made, but we don't see, a lot of times you don't see how they're really living.
Yeah, you're not here in the trenches. Okay, look, for 1 hour a week, I'm the greatest thing ever. Like, that's just what it is. I'll give you an example. I myself, I'm a podcaster.
I do
First
this.
of all, what up, though?
Oh, what up, though? See, he sees it. So, before we start any interview, because I'm slobbering grateful to have all y'all in the same room,
Nice.
it's like this. We do this thing called the over-the-top introduction, mainly because I love giving people their flowers when they sitting right in front of me, man. So, when you got 3 legends in the room, you're going to have to do that. So, without further ado, my next guest is an award-winning actor, teacher, director, known for his pivotal roles in The Cosby Show, The Haves and the Have-Nots, and now Papa's House on CBS. And right next to him on this Zoom screen is also an award-winning actor, writer, producer, comedian. You may know him from his work on The Living Color, Black Dynamite, and The Proud Family, and Not to Be Outdone. The director extraordinaire of what we are here to talk about today. Together, we are here to talk about the new film, Mr. Santa, in theaters and nationwide December 6th. Tommy Davidson, Jeffrey Owens, Noel Calloway, welcome to the podcast.
There you go.
Thank you, Sam.
That's an intro.
Wake up.
I got to. Guys, you guys, all 3 of you, have changed the way I watch TV through your collective work over the years, whether that be stage, screen, whatever. So I got to give you all props for that. So
Thank you.
Let's get into what we're here to talk about, Mr. Santa.
And for sometimes I get a chance to go to events that I just don't think I should be at. There are a bunch of famous people there. There are people, I show my microphone, I talk to these people, I do whatever. Sometimes my wife comes with me. She put on her dress. She get gussied up. She doing all the things, right? And she get a chance to spin around and look good and whatever she wearing and I get and all of this stuff, right? But at the end of the day, when we get home, we park that car. We took off those fancy clothes. I got to take out the garbage.
Correct.
Here's what I mean by that. I'm with you in the good and the bad. I'm with you in the trenches and in times we get a chance to. So if somebody shows up, well, this person on TV said I should do this. Well, I need this person on TV to help me take out this garbage because,
that's right.
What are we doing here?
Right.
Because
Right.
go and be with them.
Wow. That's probably one of the saddest things, what I mean as far as the saddest things is just that when you really look at it, and when you look at the number, just the sheer number of various denominations of African oriented religious institutions that overwhelm our community. You would think that there should not be a singular issue in our community with the number of organizations and institutions and so forth. You have a church damn near on every corner, in and around the hood. Yet the hood is still the hood and always will be the hood. And there is no reason why the hood is the hood and you have the degree of spiritual institutions immersed in the hood that we do.
So I don't have an issue with the church because my Pan-Africanist forefathers were of the church. My issue is the way in which the black church has been reconstructed in modern time, right? Into an institution of exploitation, no longer an institution of salvation. In other words, pastors and politicians are no longer what they used to be for black people in this world, right? And when you look at the church, it almost deifies poverty. It almost deifies powerlessness. The way in which religion is taught to black people makes them comfortable being oppressed. It no longer has a revolutionary spirit because remember, religion was at the heart of the Haitian Revolution, but it was African religion. Dr. King was a pastor. Malcolm was a Muslim. You see, so we've seen where religion was used as a revolutionary force. But how long has it been since we've seen religion be used as a revolutionary force? In my opinion, religion takes three things from black people we cannot afford to waste: too much of our time, too much of our money, and too much of our hope and energy. The reason why governments are not afraid of black religion anymore, because black religion protects the government by evangelicizing oppression as if it's coming from God and not the white man. In other words, we got to wait on God to fix our problems as opposed to rising up against the white power structure and crushing it. How many black preachers can we say in Toronto right now or Montreal right now? How many pastors can you look to that are fighting against the miseducation system in Canada? Fighting against, and I've seen the unemployment, fighting against the mass incarceration. It's almost like here in America.
It definitely is.
Look at the major problems we have in Canada. Show me a black church that's at the forefront, not participating, because anybody could go to a meeting. Anybody could join a march. Anybody could show up to a press conference. Show me a church that's at the forefront. I'm the leader. We're going to fix these schools. I'm the leader. We're going to get economic justice. You can't find them, just like we can't find them here, just like you can't find them in Africa. The black church is no longer a vanguard organization. It is a parasite. It is a spiritual parasite until it goes back to its traditional role. Remember now, historically, we fought the KKK through the church. We got jobs through the church. We buried our dead through the church. Life insurance through the church. The black church was the Walmart of the black community.
And I would find it very difficult for me if I proclaim myself a messenger of the Most High. I would find it extremely difficult for me to have no issue with passing a plate around, collecting what I know is probably the last few dollars that the individuals in my congregation are putting into that.
We are believing for 200,000 people to give contributions of $300 US or more.
Doing the math, that's $60 million. The head of the World Changers megachurch in Atlanta asked for the donations in this almost 6-minute video, dubbed Project G650, as in Gulfstream 650. Dollars already a high flyer.
We're about to land in Nairobi, Kenya.
But it seems his current jet, built in 1984, is showing its age.
It's not like a car where you can pull over on the side when something goes wrong. And I knew it was time to begin to believe God for a new airplane.
It didn't take long for the story of the Jesus jet, as some have dubbed it, to take off, and not in a good way. This woman is a former parishioner. She showed up Sunday to protest, but got told to leave church property.
Creflo didn't have a jet when I was here, and now he has one, and he's asking for another one.
But parishioner Mary Jones, who takes the bus to church, says she'd happily give to Dollar's jet drive.
Most definitely, most definitely. We support our pastor. That's what we're here for.
Dollar asks parishioners to give 10% of their income to the church, but gives no public accounting of how the millions are spent. MinistryWatch.com is a website that helps donors tell, financially, the good from the bad.
We have in the past identified 30 of the top ministries and 30 of the worst ministries. And unfortunately, Creflo Dollar fell onto the worst category. And the main reason for that was this lack of financial transparency.
And if it's not the very last that my congregation is putting in that, I know without a shadow of a doubt, if they living in the hood, that could definitely be going to something else. There is definitely a bill that could be going to. There's definitely some more food that can be bought with that.